Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Bert and Burger podcast. We are your host, Bert and Burger. I'm Burger. The other one's Bert. This is episode 251. That is right. We are officially over a quarter of a thowie of the way through.
So fucked.
Isn't that crazy?
Gosh.
Yep. Quarter of 1,000. Over quarter of 1,000. But yeah, we might have a good episode for you today. Not sure. Really is up to Bert. So I've heard positive things about our new segment, the Bert and Burger Wired autocomplete interview.
Yeah, that's good.
So and they said, please, Bert, do not fuck this one up.
Fuck it up.
So please don't.
Damn
the only
it.
time I want a segment to be over is when we're like, you know what, Bert? I think this has run its course. It's time to move on from it. Not you being a lazy cunt and abusing a system and then making it so I don't want to do it anymore.
That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to.
And the crazy thing is how you continuously find ways to abuse the system. And I'm just the wrong person to do that to because I just snip that shit out like no other.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So stop being gay. Hope you have a fun one for us tonight.
Actually, it's pretty funny. So yeah.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. No, it's probably gonna be mid.
Yep, probably. So anyways, so we got some announcements for you guys. Some we can talk about right now. Some you're just gonna have to wait and see. But now that we're officially over a quarter of a way to a millilol,
Yeah.
we got some stuff that we can we're still doing good and we're still getting new things to happen. First of all, we do have a guest set up at some point to come on the show.
True.
Yep.
You started that off and I'm like, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, I remember.
Yep, we have a guest that has confirmed that they will come on the podcast, and it's a very big guest. And
only the best for the show.
You know what? We'll give you another hint. It's another Survivor contestant.
Hell yeah.
And
got a good track record.
Bert's acting like this is the first time he's heard this too.
Yeah, no.
We have another contestant, and it's a pretty serious one too. Could be even bigger than Coach, depending on what you consider big, quote unquote. As Bert said, it's not as big as he's used to.
Oh my God. Yep, you're not
Typical
wrong.
Ho. So we have a massive guest coming on, and gonna be possibly a month from now, possibly the beginning of next year. I mean, it's November now, so we'll see. But I don't know if I can spoil the next part with this guest. What do you think? Should we keep that on the down low, or should we tease the other part? Or Bert's doing his best to figure out what the fuck I'm talking about right now.
Yeah, the other thing, huh? I know two aspects of the individual, but
yeah, and we just talked about one aspect. So should we say the other part?
Oh, I think I see what you're saying. That, I don't know. I mean, yeah, sure.
Why are you so scared? It's your show. Do you not want to? What the fuck?
No, that's weird? Cool. Just
fuck.
Just doing the math, and I just don't want to say because I'm probably going to be wrong. But I'm
doing my best not to freak out at you right now. This boy,
not there,
you
and
really
that's
know how to derail a conversation. But yes, we have a new guest coming on. It's exciting, and it's a kind of a layered thing too, ladies and gents. So as that time gets closer, we'll be able to tell you more about it. Also, we have another announcement that we can't just talk about at this moment in time, but we've been in touch with somebody else, and it's not a guest, but it's something else that's never happened before on this show, and we're getting very close to being able to talk about that. So that's also exciting, isn't it, Birdie?
Yeah, super exciting.
You know what this one is? Are you being a cunt still?
No.
Okay.
I guess it'll be a surprise for me too. Fuck. Shit.
How do you not know what the fuck I'm talking about?
It's not a guest. Oh, that thing. Yeah. I kind of got this one and the last thing like confused a little bit because it's kind of like the same thing but
gay.
different, you know?
They're not even close to the same thing at all.
I don't know why I thought they were.
Fucking queer. No, they're not. Not even a fucking tiny bit, but thank you for ruining the surprise. For me, at least. Thank you for ruining the excitement, actually. That's even worse, because sure, the surprise can be gone, but the excitement can still be there. You've ruined the excitement, which is like, I'm not mad at you, just disappointed type of fucking energy, queer. Okay, I came into this really excited. This is why I said, everybody, we might have a good fucking show for you. But so far, Bird has fucking swang and miss at multiple things. I doxed the shit out of him, too. He probably cut it out, but I doxed the fuck out of him. He pissed me off so much that I gave his mom's fucking whole name, her social security number, her fucking, dropped her address, everything.
Yeah, not ideal.
Yeah, so fuck off.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a big thing coming up for the guests. We got a big thing coming up for the show as a whole. And then a final update is... today's marks just over a week of being able to go live on the second TikTok, and boy oh boy has that came alive. We are over 3,000 followers now on Comment Your County's TikTok. We were just at 500 a week ago, so we've what is that, 5 times our fucking our fucking total.
Yeah.
And we also came back over 3,000 subscribers on YouTube from it. We had over 3K for a bit, but then people, like, we stopped advertising the YouTube, and people were like, well, I'm not going to follow these idiots anymore. So we lost a couple hundred followers from it. And now we're back up over 3K. So now we're advertising the Twitch, which the Twitch is coming up on 280 followers. So we're almost at 300 followers on Twitch. And honestly, the Twitch is what made Bert and I want to get back into coloring in the counties, because Twitch has been a bit on the dry side. And when I'm playing a horror game, as I've said before, and the only other person in the world that is watching this game is fucking Bert, it's not worth it.
Fuck
so
no.
I'm willing, and Bert's willing, to grind fun games and Apex and Madden, Sea of Thieves, and all of those games on stream all day, because we love those games and we love playing them. But when we're playing these scary games, we're doing it for the love of the sesame seeds, and you fuckers have been letting us down. So
yeah, no, it's been like we're sending DMs to each other.
It's your fault, honestly.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with us doing absolutely nothing and advertising it.
Exactly.
So.
It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, so, yeah, we kind of let that fall by the wayside, which is 100% our fault, by the way. But,
true.
Again, as I've said multiple times, I'm very sick of, in order to grow a successful channel, you have to play the algorithm just right. And you have to have all these jump cuts, and you have to have these red circles in your thumbnails, and you have to post at the right time. And I've made content before that was very themed about current events that were happening. Nothing happened.
No.
Nothing happened from it. Completely gave up on it. I'm like, nope, this isn't worth it. And I put a lot of work into some of these videos, and nope. Nothing happened from it. So now I just repost porn. I mean, this is your fault, TikTok. It's literally your fault.
I'll play the game. You gave me the rule book. I'm going to play your game.
So I wanted this to grow a bit more naturally, but it hasn't been. And so we're back to the counties. And what do you know? The fucking numbers are off the charts for us, at least compared to what we're used to. So if you're here because I colored in your county, thanks for stopping on by. Believe it or not, I don't give two fucking shits about your goddamn county. I don't.
Yeah.
I just want you to check out the podcast.
Please.
And honestly, I think you would agree with me on this, Bert. I would rather people tell me they fucking hate the podcast than they've never heard of it or they've never listened to it or anything.
True. Any publicity is good publicity.
Kind of, but also it means it's going into somebody's ears and they're processing it.
That is true.
Versus before we got some actual fans, we were making episodes we knew for a fact nobody was fucking listening to. Not even our friends. They gave up on it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember I had my one buddy who listened for a while, and he's like,
I don't like it. You guys suck.
You swear too much. I'm like, all right, this isn't for you, big guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Fuck.
Yeah, don't get me started on that. But, But yeah, so this is, again, great way to get the numbers up. Hopefully, out of the thousands of followers we get for Coloring in Counties, we get a couple of sesame seeds along the way. And then eventually, you got enough sesame seeds to where it'll naturally start growing. I feel like it was growing very little once we started doing the counties, like outside of the county stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we would have random people pop in on Twitch or people say something on YouTube here and there. And lately it's just been nope.
Yeah.
It's like, Bert, did you hit the stream button?
Yeah, what happened? Your internet go out? It's
yeah,
like, no, talking,
you still there?
Ain't possible. Yeah. What the hell?
So it's just like when I think I lose my phone, like I forgot my phone back at the store or something, but I hear my music playing through my radio.
Yeah.
So it's just like, hey, I know I didn't forget my phone back at Walmart. It's here in the vehicle somewhere.
Yeah. Fuck.
Just like, I know you're here because we're talking to each other right now. So, yeah, just due to deductive reasoning, I can conclude that it's your guys' fault and Bert's.
Yeah. Fuck.
So, doing good though. Getting a bunch of new followers. Got a big guest coming on sometime in the future, and got a big announcement, Burtonburger announcement for the show coming up. I'm not sure when that'll happen, but it's supposed to be happening very soon. So we'll keep you guys posted on that. Those are the B&B updates I got for you guys. What do you want to talk about today, Bert? What's on your mind?
I think I spent about, what would that even be? Like 18 of the last 24 hours playing Call of Duty Zombies. Oh boy, that's been a hoot.
Okay.
Yeah. No, there's a person that I know who reached out to me and wanted to play COD. Okay. And yes, we're playing the new one. Boy, it's a fucking nightmare. It is a fucking actual nightmare. The multiplayer is good, obviously. I
don't know if it's obviously.
Okay. Let's preface this by, I don't remember what time I started yesterday. I think maybe like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. And we got done at 6 a.m. and there was a time change. So however long that is, it was pretty fucking bad. And then I woke up at 9 o'clock today after 3 hours of sleep, hung out a little bit, and then fucking played it again all day today. And
I promise it's not that cool.
Yeah, no, it's like,
are you playing with your fucking work buddies?
Yeah.
That's why. You are the most predictable person I've ever met.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. There's people that are nearby, and then I just fucking suck onto them. And I don't let go.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I love it. It don't matter who it is either. I'd fucking get along with anybody due to my dick-sucking nature. It really is a superpower. Till you look into it too much. Then you're like, what the fuck? But, yeah, no, so that's cool. It's literally, like, fucking broken. Like, it really, like, most of the fun that we had was finding stupid shit that was absolutely broken and just laughing at it. It's like the fucking ray gun and other things that kind of, like, explode a little bit and splash and have, like, little effects and visuals and stuff. Just kind of, like, stop after you get past a certain round. It's like after wave
So-
30, everything is just broken.
Yep, that is something that has been in Call of Duty Zombies since the very first Zombies, Bert.
Dude, maybe I've never played like this. Oh, okay, maybe
You've never made it that far is honestly the fucking correct thing to say.
used to-
That's always been a thing.
I used to play like super early on, like whatever, the fucking very early CODs when the Zombies was first introduced, and I don't remember too much fuckery, but I mean, I know there's stupid shit in all of them where it's like, oh, if you fucking lay down in this thing and then build one barrier, then all the zombies get stuck on the barrier and then you can just farm them forever. It's like stupid shit like that. But this is like, it actually is like basically unplayable. And like after wave 30, you just like stop getting money. It's weird. And then like you don't get points for shooting the zombies, only for killing them. But then, like, if you headshot them, it's like a critical or something, and then you get extra money because you killed them in a cool way. Haha. It's weird. I don't know. There's a lot to do, I guess. You know, it has all the goofy Easter eggs and stuff like they always put in, and there's like a cool little storyline in the background, but it's like, goddamn, dude. The fucking bugs in it are insane. It's like, how do you just, like... You just stop getting money. It's like, okay, yeah, this is cool. Then your guns stop working. You have to like fucking point blank people with their ray gun. It's like, cool. This is like a $1 million company. I really don't understand how they get away with this shit. I really don't get it. It's like nobody there tests it after they make it. They just kind of like make it and upload it. It's like, okay, cool. It's like they don't edit the pod, you know, they just record it and they're just like, yeah, that's good. Send it. Then there's like fucking 19 ums in a row and like fucking 30 minutes of dead air. It's like, this is fucking awesome. I'm really glad you guys took your time. I don't know. It was fun though. It's fun though. I don't think I want to play it ever again.
You're doing a very good job making something sound very fucking gay.
Yeah.
You start out by saying how amazing it is. You did this with Borderlands movie, by the way.
Yeah, I remember.
You start out
that
by
one.
saying
That
how
one was
amazing
cool.
it is, and then your next 5 minutes in the middle talks about how terrible it is, and then you always end with, but yeah, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't know how to break it up because it's kind of like the vocabulary thing, right? Or it's like there's other words I want to use to describe it, but I don't know what I'd use.
Yeah, it's like your friend said, you have a very lazy vocabulary.
Yeah, it's just like broken, but
Lazy.
yeah. I don't think it was any of my friends who said that. I think I heard that somewhere, and I'm like, that's basically what it is.
Oh, you said a friend said it, so
I think
if they didn't say it, maybe a friend didn't say it. You told me a friend said it, but maybe a friend didn't say it.
I thought it was something about somebody boiling down that people who swear too much just have a bad vocabulary, but
no, that's stupid too.
Yeah.
George Carlin had one of the fucking biggest vocabulary I've ever seen in somebody, and he swears more than anybody I also ever met either. So, well, I didn't meet him, but in my dreams I have.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool though, and then like everything's kind of like tied in together. So the zombies.
Is it cool? Everything sounds pretty gay.
Yeah, I mean the part where.
So which bird am I supposed to listen to here? The one that says it's pretty cool, or the one that's talking about it's a bad broken game that after a certain level it doesn't function
as
anymore?
a whole?
As a whole, we're back to this again.
I know the way everything goes together. It's like broken, but it's still fun. Like it's not so broken to the point where it's not fun. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You know something can be so bad it's good, right?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's like the pros and the cons, right? It's like the con list isn't so big that it's not worth playing, I guess, but
yeah, but it sounds like the pros and the cons. Like the only good thing you've said
I haven't
about
said any
it
good
is
things yet,
it's good. And then you give me 10 fucking cons, and then you go back to Pro 1, which is good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, well, let me tell you why this game's the best game I've ever played. It breaks after level 30. Nothing works anymore. You don't get money anymore.
Guns
It's
don't
the
shoot
same
straight.
thing over and over again. I hate myself. I want to kill myself after it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's one of the best games I've ever played.
Uh-huh.
That's what it's like to listen to you talk.
I know. I'm like, I don't know why I do.
You do it all
Yeah.
the time. You start out by saying something's
Just all the
amazing,
horrible things.
then talk about how terrible it is, and then say, so yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. No, I guess the good parts of it would be what is it? Oh, it's cool. The fucking gun system is neat too. It's like you have a loadout that you go into the zombies with, which is pretty cool. I know they had that in some of the other zombies too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not unique. Cool.
Nah, and then you can level your guns up for multiplayer.
Also not unique.
In zombies, yeah.
Yep.
And
also
then
not unique.
No. But I don't know. I never really played the last COD. Well, I haven't played any zombies in a very long time, but yeah. Yeah, nobody's really given a fuck to play it, but
I've tried.
Yeah.
You know, you say nobody gives a fuck to play it, but you also don't ask to play it either.
I always forget about it.
So, okay, so that's what you need to say,
Yeah,
is you
crazy.
forget about it. Why do you blame other people?
No, I don't. It's just like
you just did. You literally
nobody
just
approaches
said,
me to do it.
10
right?
seconds ago,
I've never
nobody
told
gives a
anybody
fuck
no.
about it.
Yeah, like I've never told anybody no. I haven't approached
Okay, well, I've
anybody.
never told any, like, 9-sums no either. That doesn't mean that the opportunities are there. What the fuck?
Well, no, nobody gives a fuck about it. It's like
Same.
nobody's geeked to... Okay. Yeah, nobody's geeked to get in there, you know?
But, like, you're again, like...
This
you're
other guy
saying,
is,
like,
though. Like, I'm playing it because
so
somebody's
different
inviting me,
many things, yeah.
It's kind of like my friends, right? It's like if I wasn't around, nobody'd get him off the fucking couch, so...
I mean, you don't get off the couch too much yourself either.
No, I don't. But it's that's a crazy thing.
You do a lot more than your friends, I will say.
I know.
That. So
I do love
you
that.
You got that going for you, but
it's still not that much.
Ain't nothing to be proud of either.
No. Fuck.
Yeah, I've tried to play with you. You've never once asked me to play, and then you talk about how nobody wants to play with you. Well, I would play with you.
Yeah.
Any game I want you to play with me, I always ask you to play.
I know.
In fact, you've hardly ever asked me to do anything.
I know. I never.
Now that I think about it,
yeah.
you've like never asked me to fucking do anything.
I never really ask anybody to do anything, but
I know, and that's just you being a narcissistic white gay male in America.
Yeah. I get like, I don't know what. If somebody asks me to do something, I'm always down, but...
No, you're not. That's a fucking lie. There you go with your lazy vocabulary again. You are not always down. That's bullshit.
No, it's just normally other people get to me before other people do, so it looks like I'm not down, but...
But... What?
What?
The fuck did you just say?
I'm normally not doing something.
That is a very different situation than you are always down to do something.
Well, I'm always down to do something.
When someone asks you.
If I have four different groups of people asking me to do
you're
stuff,
not always down.
2, 3, and 4 are getting
can't do
rejected
it.
because 1 is accepted.
Yeah, so then you're not down to do
But I
it
am
because
down
you're
to do
doing
it.
group 1. No, you're not, because if you were down, you would do it. You say, I'm not down to do it because I already told other people I'm down to do their thing.
Well, that's different. That's just busy.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
I'm down to do it, you know.
No, you're not. You say you want to, but you can't. Being down means you're able to do it.
Interesting.
Yeah, you're being gay.
Oh.
You're not always down to do shit. Plus, your friends have games that they want to play that you are not down to play. You've told me that plenty of times.
I know, dude.
So there's 2 separate examples I gave you to where you were not always down to do something.
I literally had one the other day where I hopped on a fucking call with Sue, and Sue's like, there's this dumb fucking game. It's called, like, The Long Drive, where you literally just, like, it's this dumbass, like, fucking Roblox, looking game, and you have to, like, put a fucking car together and just drive around out in the desert, and it's so boring. Like, what I do, Sue likes these dumbass games that, like, make 6 hours feel like 30 minutes, and it just, like, burns an entire day. And I'm like, bro, like, you look back at it, it's like, what the fuck did I do in 6 hours? Like, I could have fucking worked, went to the gym, got groceries, cooked, and came back home, took a nap in 6 hours. But instead I, like, drove around in the desert, and I'm like, this is depressing. But he loves those games.
Well,
I'm like, God fucking damn, this is insane. But
well, yeah, he's gay.
Yeah. I'm like, fuck.
That reminds me. I wanted to see if we got banned on
On what?
If we got banned on Twitter.
On Twitter?
Yeah. So.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Somebody posted on here. Let's see.
Huh?
Y'all are sleeping on Lego porn. Bert.
Okay.
Dash Bert. Okay. Okay, we're not banned yet. So Dov Kleeman, who's an NFL reporter, he posted a thing saying Mike McCarthy is blank. Mike McCarthy's the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Yep.
It said Mike McCarthy is blank. And then I literally responded with one word, and I said gay.
Okay.
So
That's
it says
crazy.
Mike McCarthy is gay.
That's crazy.
It's gotten 3 views and no one's liked it. So
that's silly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. No. We're not banned
Fuck
yet.
with it.
Okay. Yeah. Black Ops 6 is okay. It feels like every other Call of Duty game to me. Like, I couldn't tell you the difference between that and the other ones.
Yeah, realistically.
But I'm also not the person to ask opinions on that.
Yeah.
So I keep my little whore mouth shut, which is something you need to learn how to do.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think, yeah. I was just about to go back in on it, but yeah, no, I don't give a fuck.
Any new movies you've watched?
No.
Remember when you said you've been watching new movies like crazy? Like that's your new thing now is to watch
Yeah.
new movies, and it's been 2 episodes now, and you really haven't watched
I
anything.
have this weird thing that I've noticed is whenever I bring something up on the pod, it immediately dies. Like I get geeked about something and I share it on
That's
the pod.
the
and I'm
worst
like,
way to
yeah.
do it because now you have accountability.
Yeah. It's fucking brilliant. It's probably the dumbest shit I fucking do. I don't know. I mean, I have a fucking... I've noticed also, I'm like, in the back of my mind, remember when we were talking about it, and I'm like, yeah, I've been watching cool movies that are like fucking super popular. And then I rattle them off, and you're like, those aren't... Like, yeah, they're popular, but like, who gives a fuck about that? And then, like,
Well, yeah,
Godfather.
you said like cult classics. Like,
Yeah.
you're like, I'm watching all these super popular movies. Gone with the Wind,
Uh-huh.
The Sound of Music,
Okay.
Pulp Fiction,
Godfather.
The Godfather.
Yeah.
Nice, Bert.
Yeah.
Wow. You're
Yeah.
watching grandpa movies.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I remembered when I saw one of my other buddies, and I'm like, oh fuck, these are all movies that this motherfucker suggested to me. And it's like a meme that I have that this motherfucker's literally a grandpa. Now that you say that these are grandpa movies, it's like, yeah, that's very fucking accurate.
Mm. They were also made like
They're all old as fuck.
some over 100 years ago, I think.
Yeah,
almost.
like, actually.
So they're literally old as shit.
fucking
but
black
yeah.
and white, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, goddamn.
Cool. Glad you put that together.
Yeah.
All right. There's another segment that died. Lol.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I might get back into it. Probably not.
You're
but-
not going to. You just said when you said you're going to do something, you don't.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So I shouldn't even say. I'm
Can
not
you go
gonna do it.
one day without lying to me? Like, is
No.
that possible? Like,
Nah.
fuck.
Bro, I'll stop lying to you and I stop lying to myself.
Gosh.
For
Kind
real.
of sad.
Bro.
So one of my favorite questions to ask is the election's coming up in a couple of days. Who you voting for, Bert?
Bruh. Nobody.
You know, it's like asking a girl what size her tits are.
Uh-huh.
After a minute, hi, name's Burger. How big are they?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the same. Motherfuckers get real uptight about that shit, huh? It's like literally like
Yeah, they
starting
don't like
over.
it when you ask them how big their tits are on the first date.
That's kind of crazy. You think they'd be like, yeah, no, it's like fucking, it's like how much do you bench? It's like the same kind of question.
Well, I wouldn't want them to ask me how big is my peen because I'm embarrassed.
See, now there's somebody I go to the gym with, and then they were like asking me to like, yeah, man, I got to get bigger and everything. Like, how much do you weigh? And then I'm like, I said, I told him, I said I'm 230, and he's like, oh, holy shit. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? And then I asked him, I'm like, what do you think I weighed? Then he's like, oh, nothing. I have no idea. I'm like, motherfucker, you have an idea. The fuck does that mean?
Yeah, nice.
I think it's because he's like 220 and he's like fucking shredded basically. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Nice.
Yeah, this is fucking great. But
yeah.
yeah.
I think it was a thing on Facebook where it was an article talking about how the Greeks, when they made their statues, they made the people very shredded but gave them small dongs.
Yeah.
And like their article was one of those like clickbaits where you have to click on the article to read it.
I love that.
And it was something like, why Greeks use such small, tiny, like minuscule,
tiny,
every small
out.
word you can think of. Yeah. Fucking any weenies on all of their statues. And I looked at the statue and I saw his Peter. I'm like scratching the back of my head and I'm like, that's what mine looks like. Where the balls hang lower than the wiener.
Yeah.
I'm just like, shit.
What the hell?
They're like, why the Greeks use such broke dick, gay looking, small fucking peepees on their statues. And I look right at it and I go to the comments and they're all making fun of it. And I'm like, shit, dude. Like,
that's crazy.
Damn, that's what mine looks like. I've even had my fiance say, I'm glad you're a grower.
Like, huh, okay, that's cool.
Now what the hell?
Fucking A.
I mean, when, like I said, like when she don't got blood pumping through it, it's pretty pathetic. Like it's like, like a highlighter cap. Like if you just take the cap off, what is that, inch?
Probably.
Half an inch. Sometimes just the head's poking out.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
There's more there.
Uh-huh.
You just don't get to see it.
Yeah, exactly. It's a treat.
So, anyways, going back to the election, we are, speaking of small dicks, let's talk about politics.
Exactly.
We are recording this podcast, this episode, on November 3rd, 2024, meaning Election Day is in 2 days.
Oh, that's crazy. That's actually fucking crazy.
I dropped my vote off, so I'm officially done.
Must be nice.
I found out you don't have to fill in every single one.
That must be nice. What the fuck? So you can just... Wow.
Why did you say that must be nice 2 times in 10 seconds?
I don't know. I'm just like thinking about it.
And how nice it seems?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just like fucking, I don't know what.
Well, they'll ask you like, who do you think the governor of this college should be? And they ask you like 6 different colleges. I'm like, bitch, I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's like, cool, I'm just going to fucking fill bubbles in for some shit.
Yeah, you don't have to do that.
I know. I'm sitting there like it's a goddamn test, and you're like, "Fuck, am I gonna fuck this up?"
Wait, you have to answer it, or at least you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting it right. No, it's not like that. Fuck. I think there's like 20 different things to vote on, and I probably voted on like 6 things.
Yeah, and then sometimes they have like 2 per party or some shit. I've seen that, or it's like
sometimes they say like circle up to 4, and I'm like, "Fuck you, like, dude."
Bro, what? Motherfucker, how many get in? Goddamn.
So we had this lady, she was running for something, I don't know, but she came up to me and my brother and my grandma when we were at my mom's house a month or 2 ago. That whole awkward politic Jehovah Witness type of interaction is very weird. Her name was Fern.
Wow.
I think.
Okay.
Because she said, hope to get your vote. We didn't like talk to her about anything. I kind of just stood there as fucking Roblox T-pose as possible. Like your brother just staring at her.
Mouth open, flies in.
Yeah.
Like
or flies
fly
out.
on the eyeball.
Goes in your ear, out your mouth type of shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's just doing like Mario Kart laughs through your body.
Yeah, exactly. And she was, I don't know, it was just really weird, and she wasn't reading the room, but I had a lot of respect for old Fern, so I went to vote for her. I don't know what the fuck she was running for. Some local thing. And I looked front and back, and I did not see Fern at all. And I'm like, well, shit, maybe Fern's her first name. Went and looked at all the first names. Nope.
What the fuck?
So, tried, Fern.
Sorry. I mean, shit.
You weren't on the ballot, I guess. I wonder what she did.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah.
Something not even related.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck she was doing, but there's like shit on there. I don't, like, another thing they do is it'll say like drain commissioner. I don't know what the drain commissioner does, and there's only one person.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
Why?
that's awesome. It's like
That's
just to
not
be
a
official
vote.
or something. Like, cool.
Yeah,
That's
what
just
the fuck?
appointing. I don't even know what that is.
I don't know. It just says, please select one, and it says one person.
Yeah, you get one vote. Use it wisely.
Yeah, what the hell?
Is this a trick question?
Now, what the fuck does a drain commissioner do?
Yeah. It's like you're either voting for it to be a thing or not. Mm-hmm. But that ain't even.
I don't know. Let's see. I love doing live Google searches on the podcast. What does a drain commissioner do? So, according to Google AI, a drain commissioner is elected official who manages surface water, drainage system, storm water, and flood protection for a county. Huh. Wow. It's exactly what I thought it was. But I'm like, there's no way that could mean what I think it is.
Yeah. There ain't no way.
Water drainage system. Why do we have that? Like, why don't we have like an electricity person and a heat person? Like, what the fuck is drain?
Yeah, that's weird.
I don't know. I don't care. But the election's coming up in a couple of days, and I feel like the last presidential election, we recorded a podcast on the election.
Oh, yeah, because, well, when they were, like, reading them out or whatever, yeah.
Yeah, we were recording. So
then by the end, we're like, boy, I know this guy's going to do it. And then he didn't do it or something.
Well, he was going to do it. Like, he was winning by a long shot. And then he even had a press conference at 2, like, yeah, we won. Let's fucking go. And then woke up and, boy, the tides changed. But what I'm saying is, did we used to record on Tuesdays? Because I don't think election's ever been on a Sunday.
It's possible we've recorded on a Tuesday.
But that's gay.
Yeah.
Especially if they come out on Thursdays.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they always came out on Thursdays. They might have came out on Sundays.
I think we had a lot of fuckery going on.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure we recorded live, like, during the election.
Yeah.
Because
we did, because we were, like, reading numbers off and shit.
Yeah, we were. So, cringe.
Yeah.
But the reason why I'm bringing this up, though, is because I've been seeing a lot of people debate with other folks on political things. Mm-hmm. And while I don't want to get into the political side of debating, I do want to talk about debating as an art in and of itself for just a moment.
Okay.
So there is a guy named Charlie Kirk who is a radical conservative, very, very, very right-wing fella.
Hell yeah.
And
wait, not hell yeah. I mean, that's
yeah. I don't like anybody that's radical anything.
Totally polarizing. Like, yeah, this is cool.
But he's really, really hardcore into it. And he's a very educated person. He debates, or he comes off as as an educated person. He debates with a lot of objectivity, which I appreciate rather than subjectivity a lot of times. And he's just... I like watching some of his shit, but I don't like how he debates.
Okay.
He's one of those people that can convince you that the sky is red
Uh-huh.
and then make you feel like an absolute fucking retard for thinking it's blue.
Yeah.
He's one of those people, like our old commissioner
Uh-huh.
for our fantasy football league,
Yeah, yeah. I
to
know what you
where he can make anything sound believable. Make you think a fucking blue house is green. Like, he could make you think the White House is fucking bright purple with sparkly lights all over it.
mean. Yeah.
And then make you feel like the stupidest fucking person for thinking the White House is white. Gabon's like this, too.
Uh-huh.
But that's not the type of debater that I like to listen to.
Right.
It's not fun, and it's hard to debate them because everything they say, you just don't know how to respond to because they say a bunch of Barnum-like words that apply to everything, so you can't really argue it. But
Okay.
it's pretty broad stuff that they're saying. It's not that special, kind of like how astrology works and shit.
Right.
And I'm just not a big fan of that. And I think sometimes you specifically try to act like Charlie Kirk, except you sound retarded and are retarded and end up being the retard in the end.
Uh-huh.
So it don't work out too well.
Yeah. I like
But
walking
there's
it
another
through it
guy.
with everybody.
Yeah, there's another guy that has really turned into one of my heroes in the past year. And his name's Cliff Keneakley. And Cliff is a pastor that has been going around college campuses, it looks like since like the 90s or early 2000s.
Yeah.
Like, you see some of his videos and they look fucking old.
Yeah.
And now you see he still does it to this day. And Cliff looks pretty old now. And
Yeah.
the videos look new. I think like TikTok has made him pretty popular.
Oh, I
Honestly,
see.
I think he's been doing this for a long time, but like he was having like television specials and stuff like that, it looks like. But then the short form media thing came around and pushed him into like pretty famous.
Mm-hmm.
And again, he's a preacher. All his stuff's on like Christianity and apologetics and stuff like that. Not getting into that stuff. But the way he debates is he comes from a place of understanding and respect and has a lot of dignity and worth for the person that he's talking to. He can talk
What a
with somebody.
pussy.
Yeah, he can talk to somebody that disagrees with him, and you can just see with him, he still cares about you as a human being. Or Charlie makes it feel like he wants to watch you shoot yourself while he jerks off to it.
Yeah.
I know he's not that type of person, but boy, he sure comes off that way.
Uh-huh.
Where Cliff comes from a place of love and grace. So there's two types of debaters where, you know, they make you think the sky's red and you're a retard for thinking it's white or blue. Well, Cliff is like, no, I understand why you think it's red, but it's actually blue, and let me tell you why. And then goes into detail about that. So those are the type of debaters I would like to see more of, I guess.
Yeah.
So where it's more about helping people understand rather than trying to prove your point.
Mm-hmm.
Or trying to be right or trying to be wrong with that.
Right.
So I was talking about that with Tater, though, where it's just like, man, Charlie, you got a lot of good shit, man, but you just present it in such a rude way. And when you ask me, how do I present it in a rude way, and I give you an example, you're going to tell me how that's not rude, and then I'm going to feel like a retard for thinking it was rude.
Yeah.
Like, that should be on me, but when that happens with everybody that you talk to and every example I ever give, something's not right here.
Uh-huh.
I'm
Yeah.
not smart enough to argue with you, dude.
Yeah. There's a common
And he'll-
denominator here.
Yeah, Charlie also like thinks college is a waste of time.
That's cool.
He's like, he didn't go to college or he didn't graduate from college. He thinks it's just a big scam, a big waste of money and stuff like that. And he just starts spitting the facts how most of the people like drop out of college or they're not even using their degree right now.
Uh-huh.
And then people are like, well, what about like doctors or lawyers where you have to go to college? And he said something along the lines of like, oh, those are just a vast minority in the college system. You know, I'm like, okay, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
That's
think I
crazy.
see the point he's trying to make, but still, like, I wouldn't say college is a waste
Fuck
by any means. For some people, it
no.
definitely is.
For a lot of people, probably.
Yeah, but that's more their fault than the college's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Same
me not
thing with
having a
Oppenheimer
great
last
plan.
year.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking misused their system, not their fucking fault that you did that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. We need two types of debaters, or there are two types of debaters, and we got to have more Cliffs in the world than Charlie's. Cliff also went on fucking Logan Paul's podcast, by the way,
That's wild.
with his son, and Cliff is again like getting a lot of popularity. Stewart, his son, actually liked my request to have him on the podcast.
That's funny.
Stewart liked it. That was it.
What the fuck?
That's all he did was like it.
Yeah. You're like, yo, the fuck?
So I stopped after that. I'm like, no, that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
I
I'm not
feel
gonna
bad
push
too
it.
because Cliff and Stewart do it together now. It's not just Cliff by himself. Like I think Stewart grew up as a pastor now and everything. Stewart's trying, but he ain't his daddy.
Okay.
You ain't your daddy, man. It's just it was. Cliff talks a lot about date rape too.
Okay. That's an interesting
Which I don't
thing
know
to
what
focus
date
on.
rape means. Yeah. I don't know what that means. Do you know what that means?
Pretty sure I learned about that one in college.
Yeah, what is that?
I think it's like, it's kind of like the whole consenty kind of thing, where it's like, oh, I really just agreed to wanting to go out and have dinner, but then I had a drink and now I ended up getting fucked and I didn't want to get fucked kind of thing.
Well, all I know it's bad.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
whatever you said didn't make sense. But
Yeah, it's like a weird breach of consent kind of thing.
yeah, I don't know. Cliff talks about that a lot, but he always has a point to do it. And he was debating some atheists, and they were talking about morality. And Cliff is like, I think date rape is great. I think it's a wonderful thing.
Okay.
And the guy's like, oh, what the hell? And he's like, yeah, I think it's fucking wonderful. You know why? Because if we are made completely by accident, we're just a bunch of chemicals and we have no moral standards, and date rape is fine.
Uh-huh.
And the guy's like, oh, what? And then Cliff's like, do you think date rape is wrong? And he's like, well, yes, I do. And Cliff's like, well, why? And then he's like, because it's wrong. He's like, well, how do you know it's wrong if you're just a bunch of accidents and chemicals? He's like, okay, Cliff, do you think date rape is wrong?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And he says, nope, I don't at all. And he's like, okay, how would you, like, how did he say it? He was like, do you think it's wrong? He's like, nope. He's like, okay, Cliff, you tell me how it's wrong then. He's like, great, I'd love to tell you how it's wrong. And then he gets right into it. Like, he drops the act.
That's
goes
funny.
right into pastor preacher mode at that point.
Uh-huh.
It was just funny, like in the drop of a hat. No, I don't think it's wrong at all. Well, tell me why it's wrong. I'd love to tell you why it's wrong. So,
Here we go. Yeah.
fuck, he walked him right into that goddamn trap.
Uh-huh.
I mean, fucking checkmate, dude. It was pretty badass.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So, I also heard Cliff say the SH word too, so that was kind of cool.
Oh, fuck. I always love hearing that where you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
Boy.
same. So yeah, just kind of was like, man, I don't know. I think we should definitely talk to each other a little bit nicer. We should talk to each other like we're cousins. Where it's all fun and games at the end of the day.
It really
Speaking of a fun game, it's time for the Burton Burger Wired autocomplete interview. For those of you who don't know what this is, basically, Wired is a channel on YouTube that has famous celebrities come on. They give them a cardboard cutout of all of the internet's most searched questions for those celebrities, and then the celebrities sit there, answer the question, rip off the tape for the next question, and keep on answering the questions. Since we are not even close to famous enough, because we have to literally beg for people to check out our YouTube after I color in their county, we can't do these on Wired Autocomplete interview time, so we have to do them on Bert and Burger time. So Bert and I go back and forth on who's going to be asking the questions. I did mine last week. Bert has it this week. Whose video are we asking questions or answering questions from, Bert?
Valkyrie.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
All right.
Who's Valkyrie?
Huh?
Valkyrie?
Yeah. It's a what? You haven't heard of him?
Who
before?
is it? Nope. Is it somebody on Twitch?
Yeah, it's a streamer.
Valkyrae.
Yeah.
Perfect. Next time, you didn't know this, so I'm not mad. I thought it was common sense, but if you have somebody that people don't know, you should tell us that. I don't know if anybody that's listening to this has any fucking idea who this is, but you didn't know.
Yeah, no, you're
So,
right.
Valkyrie, some random fucking Twitch streamer. Okay, I'm ready. I see
yeah.
her auto complete interview right here. So she did do one.
It is real.
Back in August.
It's going to sound like I made it up, but I did not make it up.
Cool. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Next time, Bert, if there's a chance, like if you said, Tom Hanks, no explanation needed there.
Yeah.
But
yeah, no, I wanted to. I was originally going to just like drop the name and then not say anything and then get right into it because it's literally like last time I was bitching about how none of the questions pertained. Well, whatever. It was all like about their personal
And I
shit.
was telling you didn't have a gun at your head and didn't need to do those ones. And if you didn't like them, you could have just went on to the next video.
Exactly. Yeah. So now I found this one and it's all about that person, but all about that person is also all about us. So movie.
Cool.
So from the top of the list, where does Burton Burger stream?
Nice. What a queer.
Well, you see.
Take her away, Bert.
Twitch, TikTok, I think that's it so far. We technically maybe have options to do it in other places, but
don't wanna.
This is all we're doing right now.
I'm already wasting my time.
Yeah, I think we're technically not allowed to stream on. I don't know. I'm a bad reader. I thought there was some dumbass thing with Twitch where it's like, you can't stream on other platforms if you're a fucking member thing.
If you're a partner, correct. I think that was a rule. We are not a partner.
Yeah, right. We're like a step before that. We're like an affiliate or some shit. So.
Well, it's technically a step, but it is like 10 million steps. So
in that way.
We could do it on YouTube.
Steps,
yeah, we could do it on YouTube. We are somewhat looking into co-streaming. We found some stuff to where we can stream on YouTube or TikTok or Twitch at the same time. So I sent it to Bert, and he told me how hard it was going to be. And I was like, the video disagrees with you, but all right. And we haven't talked about it since. So
yeah. I always like I don't know what. I don't know. I'm not
so Twitch and TikTok for the coloring in your counties and hopefully more.
Hell yeah. All right, for the next one. When did B&B blow up? Well, you see, I think what would that be? 3/23/2025. I think. I don't even have that first.
Kind of a touchy subject, don't you think, Bert?
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, I mean, fuck, who knows? You know better than not Beat Burger, but the the viewer here knows. Fuck.
Your guess as good as ours. Yeah. I would say our time is yet to come.
Yeah.
If at all now at this point. Again, we don't need to have these big levels of fame, but seeing a few more people reach out and ask us how we're doing would be kind of nice.
Yeah, making sure we're still alive. I mean, fuck.
I remember in college, I'd be so depressed that people weren't reaching out to me that I'd be fucking excited I was getting spam email notifications.
Yeah, I feel that sometimes.
That's sad. The only person that ever texted me was my mom.
Yeah.
I remember that was one of my most depressing moments is when I was on the college football team, and after practice was over, our workout was over, everyone was grabbing their phones and hitting up their boys to go get drinks after the game or practice and hitting up their girls and all of that. I'd open mine and it'd be like one message from my mom saying, "How was practice?"
Great.
I was like, "Thanks, Mom. It was fucking good.
Yeah.
I appreciate you."
I only got body slammed twice today.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, so it's getting back to those times, unfortunately. So
Fuck.
tell your mother to come subscribe to your cousins. All right,
That
what's
might be
next?
the next corner of the market. Yeah.
Advertising to the MILFs.
Mothers. Yeah.
We've been trying that. Maybe we got to switch.
Fuck.
The
maybe.
most views we ever got was when we were gay and like really talking about gay shit. So
That's true.
desperate times.
I just have to put on a mask here.
People always say like, oh, like if you got like money, like if your dad was like Walter White and he's trying to pay for your college tuition with his drug money, and they're like, I don't want your fucking dirty money. I'm like,
Fuck,
well, I mean,
money. Fuck, he earned
maybe
it.
you can get rid of that debt, and then I don't want any more.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not a greedy man.
I'm not greedy, but I would like to start at zero at least. I'm so far in the negatives. I've done Rocket Money recently, and they said my net worth is so bad. It's
Yeah.
very much in the red. So
Yeah.
my biological father that I haven't talked to in 20 years decided to want to throw me a bone. I'd take it till I hit zero, and then I'd say, stop talking to me.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Fuck.
Get the fuck out of here after you pay for my debts.
Sure. Yeah, sure.
Wouldn't have been in this position if you weren't selling weed anyways, Dad.
Exactly. What the hell? Fucking A. Okay, fuck. Next one. Where does... Okay. Where does B&B get their swords? I don't know. I guess this person has like a huge wall of swords. Is that like, is that something? Is that something you would ever consider?
A wall of swords?
Yeah. Do you like that kind of like weird anti? I know, because I know you kind of get into that sort of. Not. I mean, it depends on the type, right? It'd be like
I'm gonna let you finish because I don't know what you're talking about.
Deimos, swords. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, normally you hear of people being like weebish and being like, oh, I have fucking samurai swords. But like, there are technically other swords, right? You could have like fucking...
What are you asking me?
I don't know, just like antique memorabilia.
And why did you say I'm into that?
No, I just wondered if... I mean, I don't know.
You said, I know you're into that kind of stuff.
I was thinking more like other
I collect bobbleheads, Bert. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where did you get that?
Fuck, I don't know. I like the idea. I mean, I like the idea of a lot of things. That doesn't really mean anything, but
yeah, okay.
I know I have all these big dreams
We're not going
of
down
when I
this
actually
road
have
again.
space for things, but swords not so much.
Scott used to be into that kind of shit.
I could see that. This guy reminds me of the kind
But-
of guy who'd like Naruto and shit.
Huh. Well, you don't know Scott, then.
In a weird way.
No.
It's
No.
like,
Not cartoons, no.
maybe I'm thinking
Not
like
at all.
Boondocks
No.
or something.
He might like old Bruce Lee movies or something, but
Oh damn.
he doesn't even like those.
Shit. Okay, maybe not. Then.
I remember I put Snoop Dogg on his iPod, and he said, I like some of his shit, but he just sounds so fucking angry. Maybe
That's
not Snoop
crazy.
Dogg. I think it was rap in general, actually. It's like, I like some of their shit, but they sound so fucking angry.
That's crazy. Yeah, I've been listening to some people recently, and I'm like, this is fucking horrible.
My grandma once again said something about how much hate there is in the world. She said that again the other day. I don't know if I said that on the podcast.
What the fuck?
Yeah, well, we were just talking about the presidential election, how much hate there is in the world, and I'm like, Grams, you grew up in a time where certain people had to sit in certain areas of the bus, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's like you know a thing or two about this hate thing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, no, we don't have any swords. Next.
No swords. What is Burton Burger's gaming setup?
No, you can start.
It's kind of a fun one. Gaming setup. Well, I'm on the road. I'm a mobile boy, so I got a fucking laptop and the little fucking Xbox Series S, the little slim boy. That's mainly it. But yeah, no laptop. I got like a big ass fucking mouse pad, and I take my mouse and my fucking external hard drive with me everywhere. I can fucking do anything on the go. I've been thinking about getting a portable. It's basically like an iPad, but you can plug an HDMI into it, and you can like do Xbox anywhere. But also just like get a Steam Deck or something.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I don't know. I just need a fucking screen to be able to play Madden when the time comes again. It's so nice not having to worry about that. I play all my fucking games with you on the PC now. Once like Microsoft started to open everything up and like you can do all this cross-platform shit, it's been a fucking incredible.
Are you going to be able to do that with Madden?
No. Unless they open it up to be that way, then holy shit. But no, I even bought the new COD for fucking PC too, so. That felt dirty as fuck, too. I hated that.
Oh, yeah. I remember it because it was quote-unquote free on the Game Pass, and you...
Yeah, my stupid ass bought it on Steam anyway. Fucking retard.
Well, my setup is... I have... I don't know. It's kind of weird. I have the PC that TikTok bought us. For coloring in the counties. That is where all of the streaming stuff is on. Yeah, it's what I stream on, but only when we're playing games that can be played on the PC. Other than that, I try to do everything on my Xbox, which is right behind me. Basically, I have an L desk that's in the corner of my office, and on the L desk is the PC that we got from TikTok, and then behind it is the Xbox. And also on the L desk, I have my laptop, which is where I record the podcast on. Don't really know why I still record on my laptop. I think it's just because I have this setup on the laptop already.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gaining from switching over until you really need to?
What am I gaining? Yeah, also my laptop's on the corner of the desk where the microphone is hooked up, so if I wanted to do it on my PC, I'd have to move the PC over and everything, which seems like no reason to do that. So yeah, kind of like what Bert said. What exactly am I gaining?
I mean, I wouldn't really do that, but
I don't really want to be like you.
But exactly,
so okay
yeah. So that's your prerogative.
There's not really a whole lot of things you do that I want to do as well. So
you like to follow my footsteps. You see where it's gotten me, and you're like, I'm all set.
Yeah, I'm not like you with your brother and try to do everything he does. I'm not impressed.
Yeah.
So
it's funny. I used to hate when people did that with me, and then I'm just kind of like doing it with everybody else now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My brother and cousin Casino both used to fucking copy every fucking thing I did, and it boiled my fucking blood. Mm-hmm. Now I flip the script. Like, all right.
Yep. It's like the reverse aging thing that Britney Spears talking about in the book I'm reading with her.
Sure. Yeah, exactly the same, man. I agree.
Still fucking reading that gay book. I'm so tired of it now.
That's crazy.
There's only so many times I can talk about here how stupid her dad was.
Yeah. Just fucking slip a jab in there whenever she can. God, that guy was real good.
That guy was gay.
Fuck. Okay.
Sure was, Brittany.
Okay, Britt.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep.
That was awful.
Next.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's a pretty simple setup. I have an L desk, got the streaming PC on one side, the podcast PC on the other, and then the Xbox behind it. So, don't really use the PC too much. That's why I told Bird I'm very glad I bought it with TikTok money and not my own money, because we don't use it that much. I think it's because, honestly, cross-platform is such a big thing now, and I'm just more comfortable doing shit on my Xbox.
Yeah, I mean, the Xbox still has its place, but...
There are some things that I flat out can't do, but we've been playing Phasmophobia a lot and literally could not play Phasmophobia on the Xbox until recently. Now you can. That's what I'm saying. Like, cross-platform.
Yeah, that's crazy. They're
is really taking over.
Yeah, they're really fixing it up.
So I don't mind it. I also just cannot learn mouse and keyboard. I really can't.
Yeah,
we've been doing
it
this
was
for
bad when I
years
started.
now. Yeah, and I've gotten a lot better at it, but I'm still having a pretty fucking hard time with it.
Yeah, like, do you have... I doubt whenever you put your hands on a keyboard, do you automatically go to, like, the fucking WASD and, like, the fucking pinky on shift and all that shit? I do that even just when I'm at work and shit. I'm like, this is so bad.
Yeah,
like,
always. I type more than I play games, so...
Yeah, so you do, like, fucking pinky on A and then all that shit, or not even...
Well, I've just put my hands on home row and then just... I type way more than I play games.
Holy guacamole.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
I'm glad, but
yeah,
it's but you play more games than you.
I know. I was literally gonna say, I'm like, yeah, no, I
way,
think I remember the first game I remember the first game I played on Steam, but the first game I played ever, it was like fucking Doom and all that shit. Like when I was like actually fucking, I don't even know what. I might have been like fucking 4 or some shit.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know. I'm still trying to learn. I'm getting better though. I'm much better than where I was.
Yeah, that's all that we ask for is progress.
Yeah, but the games I have been playing are pretty simple ones where it's just WASD and yeah, cool. Which I still have a hard time with.
I fucking Phasmophobia too, though, honestly.
Phasmophobia, I'm like really trying hard to figure this out. Like I still sometimes when the ghost is running after me, I'll fucking throw the camera on the ground instead of actually take a picture with the fucking thing.
Yeah. I've been doing that in COD where it's like I'm trying to fucking heal and then I throw a grenade and I kill myself. I guess it's fucking sick. I do that shit too.
I've done that too with the auto loadouts on COD to where it's like, what is that, the stem thing?
Yeah.
Where it just has the stem included and I don't fucking realize that. So then like I arch my camera up to fucking throw a grenade and then I just stem myself in the throat and fucking someone shoots me. It's like, cool.
Yeah, this is epic.
That's nice.
You get kill feeded or whatever, kill cam.
Yeah, on the kill cam you just see me staring up at the ceiling and I get a fucking bullet right in my fucking esophagus. Tool.
Yeah.
But yeah. Those are our setups. Nothing crazy at this point. Working on it. Give us a fucking reason to have a good setup, and we will.
I know. I think I've alluded to it. Fuck, I want one so bad. Sweaty one at home, but not right now. But I get a couple more. I don't remember if we had this on one of the other ones, but. Burger voice acting.
We haven't done any yet. Very much would though. Very much would.
Yeah.
We don't love it as much as like Charlie does, or wanted to do it.
Right.
But would 100% do it at some point.
Sounds neat.
Yeah, sounds like
it'd be fun.
A lot of fun. I've tried to do some stuff, but never turned out to be anything special.
No. There's this fucking goofy ass game it's that stupid ass driving game that I was talking about playing with fucking Sue earlier. There's one guy who does all the voice acting in that game, and it's stupid. Like he does the fucking zombie bad guys or I guess I don't know if they're cannibals or what, but they like say stupid shit. It's like, I want to I don't know. It's a ridiculous script, and this guy does that, and he there's like 10 different radio stations, and he's trying to play different people on like each station. He has singing in there where he's like written fucking songs, and he's playing songs on the fucking radio. Wow. It's insane.
See, like, he could have hit me and you up, and we would have done it for free.
Yeah, exactly.
Literally, like, hours and hours and hours and hours of recording we would have done for free.
Yeah. There's something about that. I feel, I mean, I obviously don't know the process, but like that kind of thing where it's like you have a huge list and you're trying to tick it off until like everything looks good. Oh my God, I love that kind of shit.
Kind of. But you also hate it too, because that's what I'm liking Minecraft, and you said you fucking hate that shit. So I think it depends on the circumstance.
I like following a list. I don't know. It's weird.
Oh, do you? Because I've done that before with you, and you didn't do that either. So
no way.
When we made like literally a channel in our Discord called Checklist and gave you a list of things to do, and
I don't even remember
months
that.
and months and months would go by and you wouldn't do any of it. So I just deleted the whole fucking channel.
That's crazy.
Well, that was a waste of fucking time.
Oh, fuck. That was a huge one, too. I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah, shit was cooked. Fuck that.
It was like, exactly, so you don't love following a list as much as you think you do. Okay, next one.
B&B Elden Ring.
I've never played it.
I don't know. You can play that shit with controller. It's way better on controller. I'd be very curious to see. I wouldn't actually. It'd be like fucking, I don't know what. I don't know if it'd actually be as miserable as I think it would be. I think it would be. I'm trying to think of the closest thing that you've played to Elden Ring. Probably be like Assassin's Creed.
I have a question. I was starting to make a list on my phone of my favorite video games. So I made like decision-based driven games, sports games, RPGs, things like that. Like I made a different list.
Uh-huh.
Here's what I have for RPGs. Tell me if these games are considered RPGs, because I still don't really fucking know what an RPG is.
Okay.
Like the way people describe them in words seems very different than the types of games they list. Like people will be like, an RPG is this, this, and this. I'm like, I fucking love those kinds of games. And like, these are what RPGs are. I'm like, I hate those games actually.
Yeah,
I have Red Dead Redemption, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War 4, Red Dead Redemption 2, God of War Ragnarok, Insomniac Spider-Man, Grand Theft Auto 5, Insomniac Spider-Man 2, and Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Are those right. RPGs?
Yeah. I mean, the thing is
GTA is a RPG?
Yeah. It's a role-playing game. Your role is a fucking gangster, drug dealer, whatever.
But how is that different than Madden? Because my role is a player.
Because that's not like the point.
In franchise, it is.
That aspect of it, I think you could call it, but the game as a whole isn't. So it's like if there's a puzzle in your horror game, you're not going to call Five Nights at Freddy's a puzzle game. You're still going to call it a horror game kind of thing. I don't know, but
the whole thing is you're a security guard though in Five Nights at Freddy, right?
Yeah, but that's not that's like you're almost more describing a setting though at that point, the setting for your game to take place, where the other one is like not even really day in the life kind of thing, but it is more of that kind of feel, where that's more RPG.
Yeah, well, on Reddit here it says when you break it down, any game can be an RPG.
Yeah, it's a super huge tag. It's like literally like FPS. Like it's that broad. Like it's actually insane.
FPS though makes sense to me. Somebody said, do you consider GTA 5 to be an RPG? And someone said this long thing like, I mean, when you really get into it, any game can be an RPG, blah, 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 blah. One other person straight up said, no, period. That's all they said.
Sometimes also people who are more strict about it say it needs to have like character customization kind of stuff.
Which Madden does.
Yeah.
I think,
but it also doesn't have a personality. I mean, they kind of do, but
they do. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. On RPGs are basic. When you describe it the way you just did, you could literally say that about any game.
Yeah, no, that's like what that one
just about,
because it's literally this role playing game. It's a game where you fulfill a role.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which is literally...
It's fucking dumb. That's like the whole point of a game. Yeah.
Yeah. So, when I think of RPGs, though, I think of more of like Assassin's Creed kind of thing. Or
And it's normally like
Baldur's
more
Gate.
purist would say it's like also there's like a strong story too, where it's like you're following something
that's gay
across a path.
Yeah, that just sounds like any game ever, like just like a big campaign.
But not always,
game.
like a sandbox
like
game.
Like Detroit Becomes Human.
Yeah, that's 100% an RPG.
But GTA is sandboxing and has a story to it.
Yeah, but like if it was only sandbox, it's like it's like the main thing. So aspects of a game can be that way.
I don't know. It seems gay. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I've never really understood what it was. You know, instead of saying RPG, why don't you just call it? Why don't you just say it's a video game at that point?
At that point, yeah.
It's a game where you are playing as somebody that has a story and you level out throughout the game. Oh, okay. Dare I say, try to find a game where you're not doing that.
Uh-huh.
I'm not looking for technicalities.
Yeah, no, I've played games that aren't like that, though.
I mean, I have too,
like
but I'm saying that's like 98% of the video games out there by that definition.
Like Call of Duty multiplayer would be a perfect thing. That is not an RPG.
Yeah, but that has the leveling up system, though.
Yeah, that doesn't matter, though.
Well, I will say that was one of the biggest things you specifically always said about an RPG is the leveling up and character customizations.
Yeah.
And then you just now said that doesn't matter.
Yeah, because it's not like the... Yeah, I know. I'm thinking about it in real time. But yeah, I wouldn't classify Call of Duty as an RPG.
I wouldn't either. But by those words, and you were not alone in describing it that way, I think as... like when you're in that community, everybody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But if I were to talk to somebody that's not very familiar with video games and I would try to explain to them what an RPG is, it's very difficult.
It feels like a language kind of thing. Like it literally feels like you're so in it that you just like know without having to think about it. But
well, that's why I'm not screaming at you right now for being a retard because I don't really think
it's like a 6
Yeah, it's just no, it's like getting obsessed with language, like you said, and being a grammar Nazi at that point. So when I think of an RPG, I do think of those I think of those massive fucking games like Skyrim and Baldur's Gate and Elden Ring, like things where there's these massive open worlds that you can explore and upgrade as you go along. But there's also you can also do stories along the way. So that's why I was saying like GTA and Red Dead, but also Assassin's Creed and God of War as well. But like Elden Ring and Skyrim are very different types of games than Red Dead Redemption and God of War.
Yeah, because I think that's another way of looking at it too, is it's like it's almost like the difference between GTA 5 multiplayer and GTA 5 campaign, where multiplayer you are basically like designing your character from like literally the ground up. And it's just however you want to play it. That's just how it is. You can literally just steal cars the entire time, or you can fucking do the actual missions. But then the campaign, it's like you are playing Dale, or you're playing I was gonna try and make up some shit, but there's real people. You can play Trevor, who's like the fucking crazy dude.
I know who Trevor is.
Yeah. So it's like Trevor has this whole thing, and then Trevor's always.
And I guess that is another thing too, where I think of RPGs as more as a nameless person that you're playing in
it's like full
that world, where like I wouldn't consider Detroit Becomes Human an RPG at all. Like that's just like a campaign game. Like that's a story game. There's nothing else there. There's no online to it. There's no FPS. It's literally just decision-based storytelling. Same thing like with Walking Dead, the Telltale stuff.
Yeah, I think sometimes it's kind of like a slider where it's like customization. It's like 0 customization or 100% customization. And some games that are even 0% are still RPGs.
It's like figuring out what type of bread you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Where this is going to tell you what kind of bread you are based off of how you answer these questions. Just like this thing will tell you if it's an RPG or a different type of game based off of the way you answer it. So... it's kind of like how Sue was telling you that he likes those games where you're not a person, it's you, and you get to shape your own personality and character through it, which I think sounds good in theory, Sue, but at the end of the day, you're a nameless, faceless cunt that doesn't do anything, so you're not really telling any story besides just shooting in that game at all.
Uh-huh. It's like, oh, this is fucking great.
So you can't really have your own personality when you are a voiceless fucking character, like in GTA Online.
Yeah, it's tricky. That big thing would end up being, I guess, I don't even know why you'd say that. Or it's like when you're talking with your buddies in the voice chat, that's your character. I don't even know. It's like some fucking very astrological
type
shit.
You're not playing a game, though. Exactly. You're just talking to your friends about fucking something that happened in real life. You're not technically playing a game at that point. So
right.
I don't know why we started talking about RPGs. Was that for voice acting still?
That was for Elden Ring.
Oh, Elden Ring. Yeah. Never played it. Don't wanna.
Yeah, it's fun.
Not my kind of game.
Never beat it. I'm a pussy.
Don't wanna.
Too much going on in it. Yeah.
I want to play Baldur's Gate so I can fuck the shit out of a bear, though.
Yeah, we refrained from doing that. I'm playing it with Sue and his brother, and we had the option to fuck the bear, and I said, don't fuck the bear. I said, please, Bert. I said, don't.
I feel like that's the opposite.
Well, I think it's because it was my turn. They both had people that they were trying to bang, and then it was my turn to bang the bear, and I'm like, I'm not fucking the bear. So.
You missed out.
I know, I sold. I missed it.
Are there any other questions?
I mean, there's like fucking 20 more, but...
All right, I'm ready.
I'm all set.
I'm not. Keep going.
No, there's plenty left. I mean, there's whatever. I don't know what I'm saying.
Ready when you are, Birdie.
I'm not doing it anymore.
Well, we got to end on a better one than fucking Elden Ring.
What do you mean? That took forever. That was a great one.
No, it wasn't.
What is Bernberger's settings on Fortnite?
Never got into that shit.
No.
Ever. Just default.
Yeah.
I've tried to do that shit before and I hated it.
Dude,
like with Apex.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing Apex with the fucking hockey from work, and he's like, dude, you're not really shooting that good. Can you please take a screenshot of your settings page and send it to me? I want to see it, like, if it's fucked. I'm like, bro, you don't have any idea who the fuck you're talking to, huh? Like, bro, my settings
That's a very gay thing to say.
Yeah. Who the fuck do you think I am?
I try to be like one of those cool Apex players that like change their retinas to like different colors so they can see their crosshair better and turn off the volume so you can't hear their voice
better
lines.
than any other color. So
well, and then they said something like they had settings to where you can't hear any of the characters' voice lines or anything. Really, I'm like, this is kind of gay, guys.
So you're turning the announcers off and
Madden, but they're not. No, but they do it like so they can hear other players better. And I'm like, I can hear players fine.
Yeah, you actually can. I haven't really had a time when I'm just snuck up on, other than, whatever. If they're far away, getting sniped is getting sniped, right? But
yeah, no, I don't get into that. The announcers in Madden are bad and very distracting. That's different than
very different.
And they're constantly talking where the Apex people say a couple of lines every minute or so, if that, and usually you just tune them out by that point. You don't.
I don't even notice it. That's crazy.
Yeah. So cool. Well, guess that's it for the Wired Auto interview. Bert doesn't want to ask anymore.
I know. I'm looking at the time, and I know the longer it goes, I'm just like, fuck.
Yeah, maybe you should have asked better questions than if we have swords or Elden Ring and Fortnite settings. Cool. Well, that's it for episode 251, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening. We're going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to keep doing the counties as well, and hopefully the numbers keep on going up and we get some new sesame seeds in here. If you are new to the podcast, make sure you give us a 5-star rating on Spotify. We would greatly appreciate it. That's how the podcast grows, is through the ratings on Spotify. So if everybody could give us a 5-star review, that would be great. And lie if you must. If you don't think it's 5 stars, please. I think we have to have 5 stars. Please, holy fuck. Please and thank you. And then remember, we're just trying to bring a little bit of the family element to the podcast world, and it's still just comedy. Calm down, buttweed.
Fucking chill, buttmeat.
Don't be pussy. Chill.
Yeah, dude.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next EP. Take care. Gooby.
Later.
He comes from a place of understanding and respect and has a lot of dignity and worth for the person that he's talking to.
What a pussy.